Shalom, Royal Family. The class you are about to hear is taught by the Honorable Yudhe Beit Nun Sophie Yudhe many years ago. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Visit us at www.yahweh144000.com. Also, Royal Family, you can enroll in classes designed for the Godhead at www.universityofyahweh.org. And also, Royal Family and friends, we want to share with you Yahweh's Keys to Riches. And on that YouTube channel, you can listen to Yahweh's daily word and keep up with the correct solar time each and every day. We'd like to see you there as well. Go to Yahweh's Keys to Riches. It's in the description below so that you can join us there as well. Remember, when you get there, just like here, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channels. All right, Royal Family, we look forward to seeing you there as well. Enjoy.
All of the training we have received in America, when we go sit in the integrated classroom, think about these results. The white student comes out of that school literate, walk right into corporate America, and while he's sitting in the classroom, he can't wait to hire and fire you. And when your child graduates from the same school with the same teachers, they have one driving ambition, and that's to get a good job from somebody white. How many know that's right? This is audience participation. Audience participation. Is that correct? That's the life in America. Then we seek social status. We're going to talk about society for a second. Now that you know who Yahweh is, you know who I am, maybe at least you're thinking about, who am I for real? How many will go in and confess that you really just haven't known who you are as a people? We as a people just really haven't known. Okay, let's put it on the people since you know now. How many in here know who you are? Are you going to say, I am who I am? You know, I'm me. No, that won't get you respect either, hollering, I am who I am. You have to be able to prove that. Say, I am, the great I am. That's who I am. Can you say that? And mean it? And back it up? I can. The wisdom of Yahweh is the highest. There's absolutely no wisdom higher than Yahweh. I don't think anyone who has consciousness of the name can argue that. For Yahweh is the creator of all things. Guess what they teach in school today? What is it called? Evolution? White people say they come from the monkey. Maybe that's why they believe in gymnastics. You know, monkeys jump from tree to tree and gymnastics, you know. I'm glad that my father is not a monkey. That means I'd have to learn how not to talk and just squeak and holler and run around and jump from tree to tree. Can you imagine? No wonder white people are going backwards. Their fathers are monkeys, they say. That's what they teach in school. My father is the creator of all things. So as his son and him being my role model, that forces me to want to be what? Creative. I want to be just like him. So what do I want to be? A creator, an inventor. My father, in the book of Genesis, is a mathematician. He multiplied everything. To multiply is to add on and to add on. See, so right away I learned addition and multiplication. I learned the science of agronomy. I learned the science of all things that grow, inasmuch as every seed comes after its own kind and produces its own kind. And then I'm able to take those seeds and multiply them into a business. How many can answer this? How many knows what 1 + 1 is? You don't want to raise your hand because you think I'm pretty sharp? And you don't want to catch it, do you? Yeah. How many know what 1 + 1 is? You do? If I ask you, you really couldn't answer it, because my question is 1 what? Plus 1 what? If you say 1 + 1 = 2, I have to ask you the question, 2 what? You were taught 2 nothings. 1 nothing plus 1 nothing equals 2 nothings. I have nothing. I am nothing. I don't know if I'm ever going to be anything but nothing. And I learned how to subtract nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. How many of you know what 1 apple seed plus 1 orange seed equals? See, most say 1 apple seed plus 1 orange seed. Well, in math, they told me you can't add unalikes. How many heard that taught? You can't add unalike things. I say you can. I propose the question, so it must have an answer. And it certainly is more than 1 apple seed equals 1 apple seed. 1 apple seed equals a tree with over 400 apples on it, each apple having at least 12 seeds. And each of them planted gives me an orchard. And the dead limbs from those trees give me chairs and furniture and tables and houses. And the fruit from those apples give me apple cider, apple butter, apple juice. And the hull from those apples will take care of my cows. I'm now in business through infinity. I can populate the earth wherever apples grow. What do you do with your apple seeds? Fess up. What do? You throw them away. So what are you throwing away? Apple trees, apple orchards. You're throwing away an industry. It takes trucks to transport all of this. It takes stores to sell all of this. This is what my father taught me. What did your father teach you? Throw away the apple seed, because that's what he did. What kind of teachers did you have? Same kind I had. They didn't teach us what to do with the apple seeds. We have wealth in our hands all the day long, not knowing what to do with it. You can hear from my conversation and the wisdom that I've shared with you thus far, I hold the keys to prosperity, to success. I hold the keys to the employment of all of our people. I'm ready to employ every single one of us in America, and I'm able and ready to employ every single unemployed person on the planet. That's who I am. And that's the wisdom I contain and hold, and I'm ready to do it. I'm proving the wisdom of Yahweh is the highest. What if you had planted whatever was available in your front yard and sold it in season? Under society, I've learned that when you get rich, you gain rich friends. And I go out on the ocean on yachts. Now, I don't own a yacht. But I go on a yacht anytime I get ready. You know those big ocean-going vessels? And I get to be captain and all of that. You know what my father told me? He said there's only one thing greater than owning the yacht. And that's having friends that own them. Who love you, you know. Then they get to take care of it, pay for it, pay the taxes, keep it up. I enjoy it. Is there anything wrong with that? I have come to establish the perfect moral society of the elite Godhead. That's what I'm here to do. The perfect moral society of the elite Godhead. That's what I'm here to do. How many of you feel like you are the elite? Do you know what the elite is? The elite are the best. So now I'll ask you that question then. How many of you feel like you're the best? Praise Yahweh. Now some don't feel like they're the best. They look like, I don't know if I'm the best or not. Maybe he has another trick question behind that. I don't want to get faked out. No, it's just the fact that we as a people are the best. We're the best basketball players, football players, musicians, entertainers. We're the best scientists. We're the best lovers. You know, we have the biggest feet, the biggest behind, the most stubborn hair on the earth. You can do anything to our hair, right? It always comes back. You can fry it, dye it, cook it, lay it to the side, paint it, boil it, do anything to it. And it'll come back just as nappy as it was. Other people put the stuff in their head, you put in yours, they'll be bald-headed for life. You're the best at everything. So what would happen if all of us who are the best came together as one society, committed totally to each other? What would we have in the world? The best elite society on earth. How many can understand that? How many understand that the only thing that is preventing us from ruling the world is we're divided against each other? We just refuse to get along. How many understand that? How many know that if we come together, that'll get it? Praise God. That's what I represent, coming together. And I've eliminated every excuse that we put up. You have an excuse, I've knocked it out. Some say, well, what are you going to do about the masses? You can't do it all at once. The masses need a head. Who's the head? The elite Godhead. That's who. You don't want a fool head, right? We have that already. We don't want a devil head. An opponent of God, opponent of good. You want a good head. How many know we need a good head at the top? So the Bible tells us in Revelations there are 144,000 who are already chosen from among us that are going to come together who can see what I'm saying. And so you have to be able to see this. And when you can see it, it means you are already conscious enough to lay aside every excuse that exists in your head and other people's head and say, okay, let's go. And we make it happen. And I'm only interested tonight in meeting those who are ready to make it happen. Is anybody in here ready to make it happen? That means unity. You got to lay it down. You say, if we could only get together, who you think is going to get together beside you? You want everybody to get together but you? See, what black people need to do is get together. You just raise your hand. Then I said, are you ready? Now, how many understand how long it's going to take for us to get together? It's going to take as long as it takes you to make up your mind to get together with your own self. What you don't understand right now is you're divided against your individual self. You feel down on yourself. You feel low self-esteem. You feel like, how many in here feel like you could be rich if you weren't black? Only thing keeping you from getting a loan right now is you black. You could go to the bank and get all the money if you weren't black. Quit lying, raise your hand. You know you feel like if you weren't black you could make it. Relax and just be family tonight. Let's just go on and get down. I'm talking for real. This is a for real meeting. That's why I didn't invite 20,000 people in here. That's the real world. We say, if I wasn't black, I could make it. I could get along. If you were white, you wouldn't get along. Not with your mindset. There are secrets to getting along. I built a $100 million empire without one loan. In fact, banks come to me and ask me, can they loan me money? Isn't that nice? And I say, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm doing all right without you. See, my next step is to own a bank. I already own an unannounced bank. I'm proud of every black man and black group that owns a bank. But see, that bank don't belong to me and you. It belongs to them. That's called individualism, isn't it? See, I'm building a national bank owned by you who are ready, who can't see anything wrong with that.